Alright guys, it is moving day here in the Miller RV household and we are getting ready to go boondocking.
We're all packed up.
Yes. So it's kind of funny because we were told repeatedly you will not be able to find camping last minute in Florida in the winter, and we've been doing okay between Thousand Trails and boondocking. And that's another thing people told us is there's no boondocking in Florida, which obviously isn't true either. So yeah, we've been lucking out.
Winter in Florida is no different than summer in Michigan to us. You know?
Right, yeah. Exactly. I mean, you got to plan ahead if you want the good spots. Like, we're not going out and finding lakefront sites here, but we are finding some places to go, and that's what really matters, is just having somewhere to go.
Yeah, and this is a really nice spot. We're at Sherwood Forest, which is a Trails Collection resort, and we booked it only like 2 weeks before we got here.
Yeah,
just a couple of weeks before we got here, which is pretty last minute because it is February, which is the busiest
well, we've been here
time.
In late January, but yeah.
Busiest time down here in Florida, and so we're still able to get a spot, and there's a couple of spots available here.
Yes.
And we're only like 7 miles away from Disney World, so
yes.
Yeah.
So it can be done, and I'm mostly just reiterating that because we get asked a lot. When we were going to Florida, oh, well, did you book your stuff in advance? And people who aren't RVing yet have told us, like, well, I'm just so nervous. I don't think we're going to be able to even go to Florida if I'm not booking a year in advance. Yeah. And so we want to ease a little bit of that anxiety. Yes, you know, if you want to go to the Florida Keys, you might want to be trying to book a year in advance.
For the cheap spots, but you can still probably book an expensive spot today, right?
Yes, but anyway, I don't know if we're just like lucking out or what, but I'm just loving 2020. I don't know, we're having a really good year. Like, I don't really care much about like the new year. It's never changed my perspective, but I really, like, once we hit January 1st, we've just been having an awesome year, and I'm just feeling really good about it. So yeah, and we have, maybe that's why we're lucking out with camping. And
we have a more awesome year already planned, which is going to kick off with a drive back to San Diego. I don't know if we've mentioned it here on the vlog yet, but we're taking a RV trip down to Baja in Mexico. We're going with a tour company, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So there's a lot less planning on our side. We just get to show up and enjoy ourselves. But
we love doing that.
So we'll take you through everything while we're there and kind of the benefits of taking the tour and how we like it. But we have a couple of things we need to prepare, so we'll be showcasing what steps we are taking to prepare for going down to Mexico.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely want to take you guys through this entire process, because just like Florida, we get asked a lot about Mexico, and there is a huge fear thing around Mexico, and we're not going to get into it right now. It really is like its own whole video. So yeah. Are you ready to hit the road?
Yeah, it's checkout time. They've already called us, so we gotta hit the road. That
rarely happens. Yeah, we gotta hit the road.
All right.
But we'll show you some Florida boondocking. Tree makes me a little nervous. You want me to get out?
You don't have to get out, just look at this. Listen.
Listen for the scraping. Yeah, you're okay.
For that, but not the fucking ACs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I can scrape it. I would.
Okay. gonna back up. Yeah. You're good. The only thing that sucks is, hold on, stop. Okay, keep going.
Done?
Yeah, it's gonna be this one.
Good?
Give me 1 second.
What?
Stop for a minute. Okay, we are all settled in finally. Is that our rig?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's our rig back there. And there's only like 4 other RVs here. So it's not like it's crowded. It's not like everyone is out here, you know, taking up the space.
Well,
like there's actually nobody out here.
3 more. There's
yeah.
There's a shaded area back there.
Yeah, they call that area primitive camping, which as far as we can tell from the rules, it's no different, except you can't bring horses back there.
Yeah.
So earlier today, they already left, but there were some horses over here. So there's trails that you can actually take your horses on out here, which is pretty cool.
Yep. This is the equestrian area.
Yes. Which is always nice when you see an equestrian area that allows RVs, because that means normally they're expecting like bigger trailers, so you can really bring in your big rigs and know that you'll be okay. Anyway, so we are just on a little walk now, kind of just seeing what's around, checking out the area, but I saw we had some friends come in about an hour ago, so we wanted to go say hi to the Moors.
Yeah.
And just, yeah,
some little
check
babies.
out the surroundings. But so far, this seems like a great boondocking area. Oh my gosh, there's so many babies. Okay, so those cows were really cute, but so what was happening when we were coming in here, those tree branches were a little too low for comfort. And typically in those situations, I've gotten up on the RV before, and I can trim as we're moving the RV along. So initially I thought, oh, that's what we have to do. And then when we were getting out and we started talking about it, we realized, oh, we can't do that here, because in the wildlife management areas, these lands are protected. So you're actually not supposed to cut trees. They normally mean it for like gathering wood, but it also applies to cutting trees so you can get your rig in. So I was literally just getting up on the roof, and then behind us comes a ranger. So we try to like start moving the RV a little bit more to the side so he can squeeze by, because we figured, oh, he's got stuff to do. But he gets out and he starts talking to us, and we ended up standing there talking for like, what, 15, 20 minutes?
He was interested in RVing, so he had lots of questions.
Yes. So, and then, you know, he was asking what was going on and if he could help and stuff. So really, really friendly, super nice guy.
Yeah.
As you saw, I ended up getting up on the roof and just pushing the branches up as Jason inched the RV forward. So
yeah, they were harder wood, and then they were recently trimmed, and it wasn't, you know, they're like hanging down like 3 inches down. Like we would have been fine for most of it along the roof, you know, but I still don't want like hardwood like touching the roof at all.
Well,
but then
just scraping for that long.
Yeah,
We're
but then the
normally-
solar panels and stuff too.
Yes,
I don't want like
that's what
grabbing on.
I was up there really protecting was those. There was really, it was only 2 branches that would have been an issue. So those were the 2 that I really just tried to focus on, and I didn't really care if other stuff was getting touched or rubbed. You really need like a hardwood to kind of rip the roof membrane. We made it through, as you saw, and now we're in this great little location.
Yeah.
So this again is free. We actually stayed at another Florida boondocking location. What was that one called?
Cypress Creek.
Cypress Creek. We started to vlog there, and then it was before our RV Buyers Boot Camp, and we're like, no, we're too busy, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So I have like some footage of us there talking and stuff, but it was also another nice, it was not open like this, it had a lot of trees, it had shade and stuff.
Yeah.
So just to give you a little bit more of a lay of the land, this is where the Mortons and Drivin' and Vibin' are. I'll just show you from a distance. So they are over there. So this is actually one of the main roads to get in, but obviously there hasn't been any traffic on it because only the campers have the gate code, and we have no reason to go back down there.
Yeah, I don't think it's a throughway, but
yeah,
it's just a 2-track, but it's actually fairly solid. There's maybe a couple potholes, but
yeah, pretty easy in.
yeah.
But it's just another example of a boondocking location in Florida, and we booked both of those places we booked this place last week.
Yeah.
And we booked the other one maybe like 2 weeks in advance. And that's where we stayed with Drivin' and Vibin' and Morton's on the Move before our boot camp to like make our packages and everything. So yeah, long story short, we're digging the Florida wildlife management areas. I'll have a link in the description if you're interested to the website, and we have a pretty exciting adventure tomorrow.
So
we'll see you bright and early tomorrow
we got
morning.
an early night.
Yes, definitely. Good morning. Why do all the fun Florida activities have to have a 5 a.m. wake up call?
Yeah, well, I don't know why just all these activities happen in the morning anyway.
Yes. So we are here. We're doing a manatee tour today. So we are doing it through Manatee Fun Tours?
Yeah, Manatee Fun Tours.
Yes. So we actually got a Groupon for it. When we were hanging out with the Mortons last week, we were telling them that we were going to do this, and they were like, oh, did you get the Groupon for it? And I totally forgot about that website. We used to do it all the time in LA.
Yep.
So sure enough, we went on, we looked, and there was a couple different options. So we saved some money. So thanks, Mortons, for reminding us about Groupon.
Decent amount. So there's a pro tip if you want to find things to do in an area. I mean, especially that's one of our bigger problems. We travel so fast, we don't get enough time to research what there is to do.
Yes.
But when you go on Groupon and there's like 15 offers for the same excursion, you know that's what that area is famous for.
Yes, and they have like 100 5-star reviews. I'd say you're probably in good hands.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this. This has been on my list for a while, so definitely already worth the 5 a.m. wake up call. I heard that getting in the water at first is like really chilly and shocking.
Yeah.
But at least we'll have a wetsuit on.
Yeah, and it'll be warmer than it is outside because it's like 41 degrees right now.
Which is a good thing for the manatees. We were told that you actually want colder weather, and the reason we're doing the morning tour as well, because it's colder in the morning. We'll be the first people out there, and hopefully a lot of manatees will be in the spring because that's how they warm up. They come into the spring to warm up, and then progressively throughout the day they'll move out of the spring and then kind of come back at night. So we're hoping to catch them snoozing around.
Yeah, waking up, eating breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. saying goodbye to the mower friends we made here and heading out. So we actually would have preferred to stay here a couple more days, but they kick everyone out of the camping area so they can have hunting here. So we're gonna talk about the manatees in a second, but we are leaving, obviously. So we are going to encounter our branch.
Our tree friend. Our
tree friend again here. But instead of, so we kind of tried to go around the tree last time, and it was actually the low, like overarching branches is what I had to like push up. So now we're actually gonna try and stay close to the tree where it's kind of like been trimmed, and then that way I don't have to get up on the rig and push the branches up again. Because believe it or not, that wasn't very fun. So it is windy today. It's about 15, 16 miles an hour winds right now, but they're saying it might get up to 20, 25 with gusts into 45. So we only have an 80-mile drive today, but it's gonna be challenging. So here's our tree friend. All right, you want me to get out?
Absolutely.
Love this branch, but it's just gonna touch the solar panels the whole way down, and I don't love that idea either. Should I just get up there and lift them? Okay. Well, that was fun. Literally, I'll show you the footage, but I laid down, like, and just held up that one branch at the end, because I think that one would have been an issue. All the other ones, like, might have scraped, but
I feel like that was like the first one that we ran into last time too.
It was, and that was the one I was fighting. Getting that one first was hard. Getting it last was a lot easier. Anyway, fun stuff, as always, in the RV life.
Okay, on to the next challenge. We have no gas.
We have no gas.
Or fuel.
You guys, we are just like seriously slacking these last couple days.
We're here in Florida, and where are we going? Do we have reservations?
No. No, we don't have reservations for the next place. It's first come, first serve, which you would think would still be super crowded, but we have been told repeatedly that this place is not crowded.
It's a county park, which is like one of our little hidden pro tips.
Yes.
For when you can't find reservations, start looking for city and county parks.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, yeah, we'll keep you posted on that one. Guys, so we are now sitting in a Walmart parking lot because we are changing our tire to the spare, and the reason we are doing that is because our tire minder said it was leaking. We filled it up and then it said it was leaking again, and so after double checking everything, it is definitely leaking. And it's the same tire that we've had our eye on and that we mentioned before we went to the Kennedy Space Center in another vlog, that had a leaky valve, and we got it fixed for free. So at American Tire, or Discount Tire, also known under both names, but Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. The valve isn't leaking this time. So now that we have a new valve, that probably just means we have a leak somewhere else in the tire. We don't know exactly what's going on, but we only have about 65 miles left in our drive, and that is way too far to be driving on a leaking tire. So once we realized this was happening, we just went an extra 2 miles. We found a Walmart, and Jason is outside right now starting to change the tire. So fun stuff going on over here. All right, getting the spare down?
Yep.
Oh, there it is, alrighty. Cool. All right.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you're getting really good at this. All right, let's get that and then lift up the rig.
Put the spare back.
Are you annoyed?
It's fine. I mean, it's part of life on the road.
Very true.
The good and the bad.
And I'll take this any day over a blowout, you know?
Absolutely.
Are we gonna see your signature move? Oh, here it is. This is the proper technique for putting a tire back. All right, on the road again after that fun. Yeah, your hair looks a little cray-cray from the wind. What are you gonna do? So, this tire is doing well, and now we just need to figure out what we want to do about the other tire.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those things where it loses pressure when it's just sitting. I guess it was losing pressure when we were driving a little bit too.
We just need to figure out if we want to repair it, buy a new tire, or buy a whole set of new tires, which isn't cheap. So, anyway, we'll be thinking about that while we're here for this next week, and probably trying to find a tire place. Fun stuff. So, subject we've never gotten back to yet, did you enjoy the manatees?
I very much enjoyed the manatees.
Yes.
We went swimming with whale sharks for my birthday in Cancun a couple years ago, and yeah, I don't know what it is, but swimming with these big animals that won't murder you is fun. It's nice.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was expecting our manatee experience to be kind of similar to the whale shark one, but it was the opposite. With whale sharks, you jump in and you are kicking as fast as you can because they look like they're going so slow on the surface of the water, and then when you're in there next to them and they're so big, you realize like one tail swing just sends them flying. So you're just like kick, and like trying to keep up with the whale shark. But with the manatees, they literally just lay at the bottom if they're, you know, chilling. Some of them were eating, but they lay at the bottom for 8 to 15 minutes, come up, take a breath of air, and come back down and lay at the bottom for another 8 to 15 minutes. And you are encouraged to hold as still as possible. And if a manatee comes up to you, then you can like try and pet it, but it needs to be its initiation, and that's not because you're a threatening thing and it's like checking you out. It's because they're protected, so you should not be swimming up to them and touching them and stuff like that. But if they start the interaction, it is totally acceptable. If you want to swim with the manatees, do it in the winter. We were here in early February, which we were told was still a really good time, but we only saw about 3 manatees. So because the spring that we were in already came in and ate all the seagrass. So they need to eat about 100 to 150 pounds of seagrass a day, so they'll go out and find it elsewhere.
Yeah.
So they had said like 2 weeks before the seagrass regrew, and so the manatees came in and they said there was hundreds of manatees in this one area and you could always find a cluster, and we found one cluster of 3.
The reason why we went, we thought we were going to be like in such luck, is because we are going off of the other thing that you look for with manatees, and what brings them to the springs is temperature. So it was 40 something degrees when we were going there, and so we're like, oh, super excited. We're like, yeah, it's going to be so cold. The manatees are going to be at the springs for sure. And then we were a little let down because we didn't know that they eat all the grass, and then even though it's warm, they're still like, I'm hungry, and they leave. So
yeah, food is a priority over temperature, so they will go find food before they are comfortable in the water. So anyway, we heard December was actually a better time to go because the seagrass is still around at that time, so you can actually hear them crunching on it, and it's just a really cool experience. So we are now headed to our next campground that we don't have reservations at, but we are actually going to end this video because we think it's getting a little too long, so you'll just have to tune in next week to see, fingers crossed, everything's fine and we get a spot. But if we have any issues, sorry, you gotta wait till next week. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our Getaway gang. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.